Hi there. Thank you for clicking that play button. This is Kiru Kishore Kumar. I'm a certified integrative nutrition health coach and an international speaker. So the purpose of this video is I truly feel there's a desperate need for you to understand how powerful you are and how powerful your body is in healing on its own. And also I wanted to touch a little bit on about our immune system and what we could do right now to strengthen our immune system.
So, right now we are all locked down and we are on self isolation. Well, we can call it physical isolation, and we're doing all the preventive methods in order to protect us and our loved ones and minimize the spread of coronavirus. Now, all these actions are good, but there is also a lot of panic and fear and worry that is building up among people these days. Now, there could be several reasons for this.
Maybe because of the current uncertainty which we are not used to, or maybe because of the continuous news that you're hearing all the time, which is very negative, and you're hearing about the deaths and how the numbers of infected people are rising up all around the world, and this is really not helping you at all. Or it could be because of the habit and the culture that we are used to, where every time there's something wrong in your body, you're seeking external help. That is, whenever you're sick, you are running for a medication to cure it fast.
And right now, we don't have such a medication for coronavirus yet. And many of you are keeping your fingers crossed, hoping that there will be some sort of solution. And this is actually creating all sort of panic and stress.
The time you pay attention to your own miraculous healing powers.
We were all born with miraculous healing powers, and our body has its own intelligence to protect itself. For example, for those of you who had given birth, you know, when there's a baby in your womb, your body knows how to take care of that baby and grow that baby, isn't it? We don't need to give instructions. And when there's a cut in your hand, your body knows how to heal it. And the same way, when there is entrance of external pathogens, which is the virus or bacteria into your system, has its own intelligence to fight against it and destroy it in order to protect you. And this is why we see when we have virus or like when we have an infection, our body temperature rises, and that's what we call fever, which is a symptom where that shows that your body is actually fighting with these external particles and raising its temperature in such a way to destroy them.
For those who are into fasting, you know how your body uses its own intelligence when we are not giving any sort of food. It goes in search of those stored foods and those fat in order to convert them into a fuel to make sure that you're getting that energy that you require, right? The power I'm talking about. And our body protect us from this virus through our immune system. So all what we need to do right now is to make sure we are doing the right things and taking the right steps to strengthen our immune system.
So let me quickly tell you what are the habits that you may have could weaken your immune system. For example, poor food habits, and second, lack of sleep, being in a stressful state all the time, and lack of activities, lack of movement, and also if you are having chronic inflammation, you have a lot of toxicity in your system, and all these things could weaken your immune system. And also another thing is, if you're drinking too much of alcohol, or if you're smoking a lot, these are the things, habits that can weaken your immune system. Now, let me run through the steps or the good habits that you can do right now to strengthen your immune system. The first one would be to avoid added sugar and artificial sweeteners. So basically, you got to avoid carbonated drinks, your fruit juices, which are coming in cartons, and your sauces, morning cereals. Just check out the ingredients in your food, and if you see there's sugar added, try and avoid it at least for the next couple of weeks. And the reason I'm saying that, studies have shown that every time we consume sugar, it suppresses our immune system for by nearly 40%, and this situation lasts at least for 4 to 5 hours. So that's very important for us to make sure that we are avoiding sugar. And the second one would be avoid processed food, which has a lot of chemicals and antibiotics and added in it. So processed food would be those that come in packets, and also it's easy to remember the ones that you find in the middle aisles of your supermarket. So anything that comes in pre-packs, you want to avoid those, and make sure you're hydrating yourself well. And also because we are all locked down, most of you would be not moving around frequently, because our choices of working out is limited. So I really wanted to encourage you to make sure that you're doing some sort of movement. I have done a separate video on the benefits of doing physical activity in order to strengthen your immune system. I will give you the link below as well, but make sure that you're moving your body in some sort. And also another thing is, many of you would be sitting in front of the TV and going into binge eating these days, and the choices of food, especially when we are binging, is very rarely healthy options. So we are mostly going into salty food or sweets and junk food. So you may want to watch those as well. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep, at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep, and you're going to sleep early, because again, we don't have any time frame. There's no schools, so many of us are going to bed late and not having enough sleep. Vitamin D is to energize your T cells and boost your immune system. So try and get some sunlight. Now, what I do is, because of the current lockdown, we are not actually going out for the run these days. So what we do is, I kind of do a little bit of yoga in my balcony, and when there's sun, and so that I'm not only getting some movements for my body, but also I'm getting exposed to some sun. It's better if you could spend at least 15 minutes in the sun, and especially between 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. it's a good time. Try to minimize your stress and fear. So one of the things I could suggest is, if you feel you're overwhelmed by this continuous news and negativity coming by, avoid that. I mean, it is good to be aware of what's happening around, but maybe you may want to limit. So one of my habits is, as soon as I wake up in the morning, for the first couple of hours I don't touch my phone. I don't check my website, WhatsApp messages. I don't go through social media, and I don't check out the news, because first couple of hours as soon as you wake up is the time that your brain is in the right state to be productive, and it is very vital that what kind of information you're feeding your brain with. So I rather use it for my self development, and try and do things that you can that will calm you down. Maybe a good bath, relaxing bath, or do some meditation, practice some breathing exercise, and spend time with your kids, and pick up the phone and speak to your loved ones, and catch up on those time that you have missed during your busy schedule, and maybe try some new recipes, because your family together, so you can actually enjoy some meals together. So do things that will actually distract you. One of my favorite biohacks to boost my immune system is to be going to fasting these days, and you could do an intermittent fasting, maybe 13 to 15 hours every day, and skip your breakfast, have your lunch and dinner, and during your eating windows, make sure you're having about 50 grams of proteins and 50 grams of carbs, and especially good carbs, so you're avoiding all the wheat, flour, and processed carbs here, and also in that way you're actually allowing your body to go into ketosis, so your body is actually going to be depleted, or you're not giving any glucose, sugar to your body, so your body is actually going to go and look for the stored fat as source of energy. Your studies have shown that when your body is in ketosis, it is activating gamma delta T cells, which are going to be attacking those viruses in your respiratory system. So that fasting and being in a ketosis state is really a great method to boost your immune system. Maybe take some supplements like vitamin C, vitamin D. Found this useful. I will be certainly doing a couple of more videos to give you some more tips and tricks. And until I see you again, bye bye now.